Hi everyone, it's Jerry Enchantress. I'm really excited to show you this deck that I created with my own actual artwork and words. It's really just a love deck similar to what Queen Sugar made with the love notes. And I've seen other people like Karen from Twin Flame 1111. She has these really cool Divine Masculine cards that have been sort of an inspiration to me too. So those two ladies have helped me decide that I kept thinking, I don't know what a Divine Masculine would say, or I don't know what a Divine Feminine would say. But one night before bedtime, all of these words and phrases came to me. And a lot of them were song lyrics and that sort of thing. So I'm going to let you have a look. So first of all, I did it in this little tin. It's only a one-sided tin kind of thing, but I think it's pretty cool. And so I did the artwork and made the little design around it and uploaded the photo for the tin, so that part was pretty easy. Some of the boxes can be a little bit harder, but this one was pretty easy. And so let's look inside. And so it's wrapped in that nice little plastic wrap, so it's not that shrink wrap that kind of makes it stinky. And so there's my backing, and then each card has a different phrase to it. And so I probably will be selling these, but as you can see, the lineup is a little bit off on my frame, so I might have to adjust that first. Also, there's nowhere on the cards where I actually write my name anywhere, so I might make a card that has information where you can contact me and that sort of thing, or a little leaflet to put in there, something like that. So yeah, but anyway, it was kind of an experiment. Also, I used a different size. It's called it's the scat card size, which is a little bit smaller than tarot, which I didn't know whether to go bigger or smaller, but I decided to go smaller so I could fit it in, have a tin for it. And also the texture, I wanted something a little bit thicker, so it's not flimsy, but it's not real thick either. So it's still not quite oracle thick, and I don't even know if they even have a texture that's oracle thickness, but I'm going to keep practicing and trying to find it. So this one was kind of this was standard smooth, and and just everything was pretty much standard. No gloss, no plastic. I did plastic for my very first attempt, and those cards seemed so thin to me. They didn't seem at all like oracle cards, so these are a little bit better. And they'll be easy to shuffle. So let's look through. So I'm not going to read them all to you, but you can see kind of what they look like. I plan to add a little dedication to my TF as well, so but it's mostly, in some ways, it's to say, all these things that have transpired has touched me, and has made me feel loved and that kind of thing. So love is there. It's not that I haven't noticed. And even through the separations and all of that, you will always still feel love, if you're in a twin flame relationship. Now, those of you who are in a twin flame relationship and feeling angry or something, these are this is your ego that you have to work out, right? If it's truly a twin flame relationship, it might not be, if they're being abusive in any way, then that might not be. But if there's just personal reasons or other reasons that's causing the separation. It has to do with your ascension, and ascension is kind of scary. You know, it's about change and transformation, and because you're twins, you kind of have to do this together. So, you know, like one will step up and one will catch up, and then one will, you know, it's kind of sometimes it's not always right at the same time, but maybe it is. Maybe you just don't realize you still have to do your work, you know? So, so yeah, and I chose this font that I thought was nice, and just kind of a nice, soft, sort of fleshy kind of tone, warm, and and when I chose coloring, like blues and things were dreams, and oranges were and reds was, you know, sexy, and oranges were you know, kind of sweet, and just we're like uplifting ones. So yeah. And like maybe, and some of the blues were kind of, well, like the blues, you know, some of the blues are just sort of, or some of the you know, the doubtful cards, because I couldn't put all like happy cards, right? Some of them are, you know, honest feelings of being unsure and having doubts sometimes. Of course, this one came into focus. But this one is a really sweet one in red for love and romance. And this happens a lot with, you know, the twin flames. They go through those phases. And all together, I guess I should write down how many cards there are too. All together, I believe there are 33 cards. I'm gonna double count. Normally I choose my favorite number 42 for the decks, but also when you're making these cards playing cards, certain decks have a limit, and then the price changes if you add more. So I'll tell you exactly how many are in here. So this deck is actually a deck of 54 cards. So that's a good amount of cards, and maybe I'll make a second one. But I'm gonna like work on this one a little bit, and get out an information card to go with it, or a little paper, and just adjust the back, and then it should be ready for sale for you guys if you're interested. All right, well, I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.